It's going down.
He's paralyzed. He's gonna lie there like that for the rest of his days. What's wrong?
I want you to go away from here, and I don't want you to come back for at least a year.
Yo, what's up?
They got it!
After you.
I hate high ladders.
Kid, this is one of the things that makes this job so fascinating.
Here we go. Could that possibly be what I think it is?
Not nearly as aggressive, doesn't seem to have the tiger in him tonight, but we have seen the champion exhibit in the past. Escobar continues to pursue Harper. He pins Harper against the ropes now. Harper's covering up with both gloves. Escobar digs 2 hooks to the body, another right to the body. Now he goes to the head. Harper continues to cover up, and I believe the champion has lost another round as we come to the end of round number 5. I have to be candid, ladies and gentlemen. I have to be honest. Tony Harper, the champion, looks as bad as we've ever seen him tonight. In fact, he got a little neck
Who's winning?
to the left corner
Escobar.
to the left eye, which the referee will want to take a look at. You know, the people closest to Harper have been saying all along, his heart just doesn't seem to be in this one. I must agree that all the rumors we've been hearing seem to be coming true. Tony Harper has not had
Rumors?
his usual fire,
What
his
rumors?
usual
I
aggressiveness.
never heard no
In
rumors.
fact, he has backpedaled throughout this fight. Well, 5 rounds.
I hate to mention this, Pete, but unless they revise the manual, I don't think you'll find anything about listening to athletic events while on surveillance.
Wait a minute.
That stung Harper, and for the first time tonight, Harper is mad. He is fighting like he means it. He swarms Escobar. A left, a right, another right hand. Escobar is down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I knew he was going to win. Didn't I tell you he was going to win? I knew he was going to win.
9, 10, that's it, it's all over. Tony Harper's just knocked out Mario Escobar after 2 minutes and 15 seconds of the 6th round.
Frank, Marv, take a hike. Dom, call Benny Hummel. Tell him to get over here right away, as fast as he can make it.
Hey, friend, don't you know it's Saturday?
You know, I just can't get over it. I'm amazed. Imagine finding all 4 of you in one spot at one time. 4 of the most elusive people in the entire department. Would you care to sit down?
Why here? Why can't we do it in my office?
No, you get too bossy over in your office. Territorial imperative, I guess. So if you don't mind. Come on. Okay. I'm pulling you off the machine shops thing. Now, that should make your day a little brighter, huh?
If I had to climb that ladder one more time, I would have asked for flight pay.
Now, Pete, what's your theory on the Harper shooting?
Mob-style hit, brazen, right in his own backyard. Obviously punitive.
I'd have to agree with you, especially since we just found out Jack Ballard lost his shirt on the Escobar fight. Close to $1 million. Anybody care to draw any brilliant conclusions?
You'll have to wait here until we get him settled, Mrs. Harper.
Mrs. Harper?
Excuse me. We're from the police. This is Sergeant Crowley. I'm Sergeant Anderson.
What do you do? He just told us at the desk downstairs that they moved.
I think I have to sit down.
Here. There's a place right around here.
I don't think so. Not even dressed as a gardener.
Well, do you recognize him?
Dr. Graham.
Have you ever seen him anyplace else?
Why?
His name is Jack Ballard, Mrs. Harper. He runs the bookmaking for most of this state.
Now, why should I know someone like that?
This morning, the officer you talked to, he found out that Ballard lost close to $1 million when your husband knocked out Mario Escobar.
Which means that organized crime was expecting an upset. They expected your husband to lose, even though he was fighting a very unimpressive contender.
Tony Harper never did a crooked thing in his life.
Mrs. Harper. Mrs. Harper, I wasn't accusing your husband of anything. It's just that...
No? Oh, well, I could have sworn that I heard the word fix.
It's not our intention to make things any more difficult.
Listen, I
for
have
you.
something to tell you, both of you. I've known Tony Harper since the 9th grade, and he is the sweetest man in the world. He's so honest, it's pathetic. And I keep yelling at him because he lets people walk all over him like a doormat. And he doesn't drink and doesn't run around. And for your information, he has never had one acquaintance or connection with any gangster alive. Have you got that?
Hey, what's the matter?
I'll give you 3 guesses.
Hey, come on, Jody. Hey, what am I, poison or something?
Sorry, I'm late for work.
You'll be a little late. You feel better when you get there. Oh, what's the matter? That car thing again, huh?
You should hear her in there. She's got me stopping along the way and picking up every mail from 6 to 60. It's not funny. Can't even be trusted by your own mother. And I've been a saint compared to most of the kids around here.
After you've almost destroyed my life, you walked out on me after 25 years for a much younger woman, remember? Didn't care about me then, did you? I was left alone, bewildered, heartbroken, not knowing which way to turn. Oh, no, nothing mattered to you then. Not because the almighty Bob Anderson just got what he wanted, and no matter...
2 little peas in a pod.
I'll bet you took her side again, didn't you? How am I ever going to raise a decent kid if you go around agreeing with every little whim she gets in her head?
She's 18, you know? I mean, she wants to buy a car. I can't stop her.
Well, I've got news for you, Ben. You aren't ever going to stop her. You stopped trying the first day she ever learned to say daddy. That's why she's so spoiled. That's why she doesn't care about anybody but herself. Well, I've got news for you. She isn't going off on any trip all by herself. Drifting in and out of one motel to another from here to New York City.
Hello?
Benny,
Yeah?
I assume you heard the news.
About what?
Our friend. He's at County General Hospital, and he didn't die. Benny? Benny, do you hear me?
I told you it wasn't any good.
Yeah, you told me, but I don't think any of us want to be embarrassed by your lack of commitment. So hustle over there to the hospital and get your mess cleaned up, huh? I'd appreciate it. Maybe I'll get a chance to sleep tonight.
I hope you heard what I said. Because for once in your life, you're going to take the responsibility of being a father. Come September, Jody's going to be right here, enrolled in beauty college, so she can learn a decent profession. So she doesn't get stuck in some little house, a sticky little 2x4 matchbox, with a husband who doesn't care whether she lives or takes a button jump to the moon.
They come up with names like that.
What, Dave Fisher or Four Eyes Boy? Excuse me, can you tell me where I might find Dave Fisher? Hi, Mr. Fisher.
That's certainly him.
Yeah, we're with the police department. I'm Sergeant Crowley. This is Sergeant Anderson.
Well, I guess it doesn't take any great genius to guess that you're probably here about Tony.
He is your brother-in-law, is that correct?
For years and years and years. And you can bet that if I had any idea what happened to Tony, I wouldn't be sitting around here. Hey, Jake, turn that thing off, will you? I can hardly hear myself think.
Besides being related, Tony Harper also happens to be your partner in this restaurant, isn't he?
That's not any monumental secret.
Want to show me?
Have you ever seen this man before?
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe in the newspapers.
He ever been in here?
Oh, come on. The guy's, a hood.
I understand you've been losing money in this place ever since you opened it.
Whether you know it or not, it takes a long time to get a place like this on its feet.
2 years.
Sometimes more. And we didn't borrow a single dime from a gangster, if that's what you mean. I'd like to know who you've been talking to. Oh, I'll bet you've been chewing the ear off my baby sister.
Yeah, well, she's no more cooperative than you are.
Even less.
Which is kind of too bad for the whole family because it makes us jump to the conclusion that maybe somebody's got something to hide.
Excuse me. You can't go in there.
Wait, I just wondered how he was doing.
You will have to ask his doctor.
Yeah, please, lady, look, I'm his uncle. And I haven't seen the doctor, and I've been very worried about him.
What did you say your name was?
John Harper. I'm his Uncle John.
Well, it's not good. It's not going to be easy for anybody to live with.
What?
He's paralyzed, Mr. Harper. He's gonna lie there like that for the rest of his days. Can't move, can't talk, can't reach any of us in any way.
Shouldn't there be some kind of guard at the door here?
What's there left to guard?
I'm sorry, Mrs. Harper. We have to talk to you for a minute.
Sure, come on in. Why not?
Thank you.
The reason it's in such a mess, I've been going over all these letters the mail's been pouring in, and it's pretty hard when you're the worst letter writer in the world.
Nobody's any worse than I am. You should try to read some of my reports sometime.
He's not kidding. Sometimes we even have to translate them into English.
This is a letter from a 12-year-old boy in Montana. Dear Champ, I just saw on television that maybe you can't ever fight again. Maybe. M-A-B-E-E. Well, I know for sure how you must be feeling, because I had an accident last year, the day after Christmas, and I've been in a wheelchair, too, and I'll probably never be able to walk again in my whole life.
If you prefer, we can come back later.
No. No, just get it over with, and then please leave me alone.
All right. We'll try to be as brief as possible. The reason we're here is that it's come to our attention that your husband gambles.
Oh. And who told you that? When those people you pay?
It's been going on for over a year and involves very substantial sums of money.
Oh, sure, he's a regular hustler. Just ask one of those degenerates that you pay for your information.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Harper. We got the information from your brother, Dave.
We both feel that what he told us could be tremendously important.
Oh, I'm sure. And maybe when I write the little boy from Montana, I'll tell him, too, because since it's out, it doesn't matter who knows, does it?
What we need, Mrs. Harper, is a link. Now, that's what's essential. We need the name of the man who's been supplying your husband with tips.
You'll have to excuse me for not inviting you to stay, but you can see I have a lot of work to do.
You know, Mrs. Harper, this is our second time around with you. And what really bothers me, I don't understand why you act so miserable about the fact that we're trying to help.
Help? You help somebody with kindness, with understanding. Not by telling them that the person they love is a pug who throws championship fights. And the both of you think that. And I can't help but admit that it's making me sick. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to take something to keep my head from falling off.
Charlie, yeah.
Hi, Sergeant. This is Dave Fisher. I just found something that might make your day.
Oh? That would be a pleasant change.
Well, I was going through Tony's desk, just kind of cleaning things up. And I ran across the piece of paper he always used when he called his bookie. Now, there's no name, just a number, but maybe you could trace it or something. Well, that ought to help a little, shouldn't it?
There it is, 6912.
Yeah, Pete. You know, it's really hard to believe that Harper uses a dump like that.
Well, all you'd have to do is come in with a pile of dirty socks, and nobody'd ever look at them twice. Especially if they were yours.
Yeah, okay. All right, Shorty. Need a boost? Think you can make it by yourself.
Oh, really?
Me room.
So.
Thank you. There's a nice little bit of Americana. They got themselves a solid gold alarm.
You know something? Bet if the alarm went off, we'd get a call. The market sheets were stolen. Well, hello, Moby Dick.
Wow, I busted that fat log tub in there 3 different times. It's King Daddy sleeves.
Yeah. What do we got?
Some of Moby's love letters. Listen to this. Tulip, 25. Xenia, 75. Carnation, 125. And so on and so on.
Oh, and pay sheets.
And you know something? None of it's admissible in court.
Hey, Tony Harper. Hey, you know who I am? Hey, blink your eyes. You ever seen me before? Don't you remember last Saturday morning? In front of your house? And the guy went bang. Ruined my reputation, you know that? Just a tough guy. You're tough as nails, huh, kid? Too tough for your own personal good. Sure. Look what I got you here. All these tubes, all this stuff. Well, that's why I'm here. Yeah, because I just want you to realize just whose fault it is that all of this happened. Oh, a champion of the world. Oh, yeah. Too tough to be handled, huh? Well, hey, Mr. Pure, all you had to do was lie down flat on the canvas. For 10 seconds. You would have got up, you would have been off the hook, and you would have had yourself another shot at Escobar. Yeah, now you know that there ain't no such thing as tough, huh? Yeah, maybe when you grow up, you know that there's no such thing as pure. Even Tony Harper, champion of the world, sportsman of the year, sneaking around, putting down action on opponents. Well, that's a criminal act, my friend, you know. I mean, that's against the law, just the same as murder. Listen, when they told me that it was you, I said no. But it don't make no difference. Well, I think he's doing better today. Yeah, I think he's feeling fine.
12 by 50 to units. We're all set. He's in the booth.
Roger.
Here he comes.
Hi, how you doing?
I'll be with you in a minute. How can I help you?
Yeah, I got a few shirts here I'd like to take care of. How soon can I get them?
Tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock on. You want some heavy starch or light?
Oh, no, no starch. I like soft things on my body, you know what I mean?
No starch. Hey, will you excuse me a minute? My girl's off today. Every day she's got a different excuse.
Yeah, I know the type.
Cleaners.
Hello, babe. This is Carnation. I want the 1st, the 5th, and the 7th. Consent I need it today.
Hold it a minute, will you? Okay, Carnation, I'm ready.
Okay. In the 1st, put $75 on Major Kim.
It's going down.
We're on.
Police officers!
Are you in it the easy way or the hard way? Well, looks nice and cozy in here. How we doing?
Well, we're just doing fantastic, aren't we?
All right, so I was making book. It was stupid and I got caught. I'll take my medicine. But don't try to tie me in with Tony Harper or Jack Ballard, because there's no way in the world that you're ever going to do that.
Well, you're something else, Moby. I gotta say, you got a lot of guts. I've been a cop about 18 years. I've just never seen a man so anxious to go back to prison.
Come on, man. My parole officer won't violate me for bookmaking.
That's true. He won't violate you for bookmaking, but he will violate you for this.
You want to tell him where you found it, Sergeant Anderson?
Would you believe, of all places, in a barrel of soap? Oh, by the way, I ran it. It was taken in a burglary in Arizona.
San Quentin, my man. 5 years a hard time. 5! Only probably you won't survive the first 24 hours. I know some dudes up there slit your throat before they got close enough to you to say hidey-ho.
So what's the difference? If I roll over for you people, there'll be a contract out on me by the end of the day.
Okay. Here's your only chance to stay alive, Moby. You go along with us, and I'll guarantee you 3 things. 1, your grand jury testimony will be secret. 2, we'll give you around-the-clock protection. And 3, I'll fix it up with your parole officer so you can leave the state and set up a new identity someplace else.
I want some coffee.
Fine.
Somebody give me a cigarette.
Nobody around here smokes?
Okay, it was Jack Ballard. He's my bank. He runs the whole thing.
And he had you set up Harper?
He had me feed him some sure things for almost a year, until I really got his trust.
Then before the Escobar fight, you gave him a bummer, some old nag with 3 hind legs. So he'd lose a bundle he didn't have, right?
It was a lot simpler than that. Jack just told him if he didn't play ball, the boxing commission would find out he was a compulsive gambler.
That is the easy way, isn't it?
Only Harper wouldn't take the dive, so Jack got upset and blew him away.
Jack don't even blow his own nose, if you know what I mean.
Who got the contract?
Maybe you did, sweetheart. I haven't seen Jack since almost a month before the fight.
Varnish is served.
Okay, now here's the deal. Before I testify or sign my name even to an autograph, I'm making one more stipulation. While I'm here in this city, she's part of my protection.
How's the family, Ben?
Fine.
How about that daughter of yours? What is she now, about what?
18.
Getting married, I suppose.
Mother wants to go to beauty school.
Beauty school. Well, you're in luck, kid. I can help you with the tuition. I've got something that's got to go right away. Moby Dick was arrested today. They busted his book.
Well, maybe that's just a coincidence.
Maybe. Life and death is made up of maybes.
Yeah, well... Look, Jack, I've been thinking that, maybe you could get somebody else, because after the last time...
Hey, come on, Benny. It's like diving off a high board. You cream yourself, you get up, and you do it all over again. What's the big deal? You should be feeling great about violating a slob like him. You'd be doing society a favor.
Yeah, well, I sort of been thinking of, sort of giving it up. I mean, going away someplace, and getting a new start.
That's not unreasonable. I don't oppose that. I like to see people retire. But look at all we've been through together. Don't you think you owe me one last favor?
Oh, hello.
Pardon me, sir. Would you be interested in subscribing to one of 5 fabulous magazines?
Well, good as you look, we can come in and talk about it.
Anything happening?
Well, I tell you, he snores a lot. Other than that, it's been pretty dull.
What more could a girl ask for?
You take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And have a lot of fun.
Thanks, Joe.
Hubba. Look who's got the duty.
Go back to sleep.
How can I do that now that I've seen you?
Well, that's a little conflict you'll have to work out all by yourself.
I've had lots of girlies up here, sweetheart. Maybe you don't believe that.
I believe.
Some of them just as pretty as you. And when they're nice to me, I buy them nice, expensive presents.
Mr. Whalen, we're going to be spending a lot of time together, so let's get a few things straight. Number 1, I am not enchanted by expensive presents. Number 2, you're on candid microphone, and Sergeant Crowley's sitting across the hall with a 12-gauge shotgun. The first time he hears one breath of amorous breathing, he's going to come busting through that door like a volcano. And that, I think, just about says it all.
Hey, how about a little service?
Daddy!
Yes, it is where you've been earning your keep, huh?
Well, it's about time you got around to taking a look. Hey, do you want something?
Yeah, just coffee.
On me. Hey, is something wrong?
Well, I just had a little free time. Thought I'd come down and check you out, that's all. How much I got to pay you now?
$1.75 plus tips and all I can eat.
Well, I've been thinking, I think you should start getting a line on that car you want right now.
What's the point till I can afford something decent?
The point is that sometimes you don't jump on something, it never happens. You start looking for the car, right? I take care of anything over what you already got saved. All right?
All right.
Hey, waiter, bring me 2 more Mai Tais.
You're gonna have to drink them yourself, Mr. Whalen.
Good. Then maybe I'll still be loaded when I go before the grand jury tomorrow. You're gonna blow the whole thing. They know me in here, and no one's gonna believe in it with a broad who don't drink.
You're right, Mr. Whalen. You are not out with a broad.
I'm a police officer. There's a lady sitting over at the table there with Mr. Whalen. Would you ask her to come out here for a minute, please?
Sure. I'll see what I can do. Excuse me, miss. There's a policeman who'd like to see you at the reservation desk.
Oh, Bill.
I think so.
No! No!
Where is he?
Gee, I don't know.
Bill, what?
It's not locked. Can't be locked.
Mr. Whalen?
How are you feeling?
Well, there's still enough of me left to testify, if that's what you mean. Well, thanks to you people.
Well, you don't need us, Moby. Doctor says you got a built-in armored vest there.
You know, I've taken a lot of kidding. I've gotten a lot of abuse, and I've been called some pretty cruel names. But for once in my life, I'd be glad to get down on my knees and thank God for making me fat.
While you're at it, you can also thank him for sending an uninspired hitman.
I've been thinking about that. All I can figure is Jack must have used the same idiot that couldn't put Tony Harper away. Do you know how weird that is? Jack's got all the money in the world. He wouldn't deal with somebody that wasn't a pro.
And yet, this guy made every amateur mistake in the book. He never went for a headshot. He used the same gun twice. He even waltzed up and laid a $5 tip on the maitre d' at the restaurant.
Well, I wish I could tell you what he looked like.
You just relax and get healthy. We'll have somebody in the room at all times and a couple of people stashed in the corridor.
Wait a minute. You don't think he's going to try it again?
Is that for me?
Yeah, well, I already got one. Your mother doesn't drive.
Oh, Daddy, it's beautiful.
Who did this?
Huh?
No, I'd like to know who bought this car.
What's the difference? Who bought the car? I mean, it's a good car. It's safe. Got a couple thousand miles. Runs like a top.
Hey, Mom, I'm gonna pay him back.
Just like you've always paid us back for everything else, hmm?
Hey, so why should you have to?
Now she can quit her job. Go driving around showing off in a new car that she doesn't need.
So let her. It might do her some good.
Sure. While you're at it, why don't you send her cross country on that trip? Let her do any single thing she wants to do.
Maybe what bothers you, Mother, is in your own mind. Did you ever stop to think about that?
Hey.
I hate you. You ruined everything. Everything I've ever had in my life.
Don't you ever hit her again.
What'll you do, Ben? Put me out of my misery? You don't know how to be that kind.
Yeah?
Fact. You've got an 18-year-old daughter named Jody. She walks to work along Franklin Avenue every morning at 9 o'clock. Fact. She wears short dresses. She's got pretty legs. It'd be impossible for anybody to miss her.
Hey, who's this?
I think you know, Benny. So you better get over to the hospital and earn your money. We want it finished by tomorrow. By the time your little girl walks along Franklin Avenue going to work.
Hey, Jody. Quiet. I want to wake up your mother.
What's wrong?
Listen, I want you to get up, get dressed, and pack some clothes. Enough for 2 or 3 days.
Why?
I don't want you to leave. I want you to start your trip. I want you to go away from here. And I don't want you to come back for at least a year.
Daddy, what are you talking about?
Now look. It's gonna take care of everything. All your clothes, your living expenses, whatever you need, there's enough here to take care of it all.
How can I just leave? Without even any kind of a reason.
Oh, now look, Jody, you have to trust me. It has to be because I'd say what I want, and it's couldn't. Okay. Look, maybe you go to one of them little towns, like in Vermont. Yeah, with the red barns, you know, like we used to talk about. The dirt roads and the big maple trees. And the peaceful nights were all full of fireflies. And in the winter, all the snow up to here. I mean, yeah, frozen ponds. Now, you want some more education? There's money for that, too. Maybe you could be a nurse. You do something make me proud. I love you more than anything in the world, sweetheart. You know that, don't you?
Oh, Daddy, I don't care what you've done. It doesn't make any difference. Only I don't want to live any place that you won't be.
You know, I remember when they brought you home from the hospital, all wrapped in your little blankets, and you put your head right where it is now, right here, and you went to sleep. I never forget that, sweetheart. And that thing's about me, and you're never gonna forget.
Dr. Stevens? Dr. Stevens? Dr. Norton? Dr. Norton?
Sixth floor.
Yeah, guy just came in. He looks like our boy. He's on his way now.
Okay, set.
Okay, stand by. Things could be happening. We've got a maybe, and he's already in the elevator.
Standing by.
It stopped at 3. Now he's going up. It didn't stop. It stopped on 8.
That's Harper's floor. It's going for Harper. You stay with Whalen just in case.
Got it.
Pep, get Ross up to the 8th floor.
Oh, look, I don't know what it's like when you go over. And I don't know if you see angels, devils, or nothing at all. But whatever it's like, Tony, I mean, it's got to be better for you than it is right here.
This time he took first prize. 2 shots, 2 hits. Perfect score.
Let's go get Ballard now. She was shot in the back, so she had to be running away from them. Odds are they never got a look at her face. It's worth a chance, Bill. I'm about the same size and coloring.
My daughter thought she could make it by going to bed with important men.
It's not going to take an Einstein to figure out if she lives. It fingers you 2 guys and that idiot.
What did you think? That they'd let you go?
Arnold must think this group's gonna make it. He's serving the A food. But he'll come out all right. He always does.
Is that Ship Arnold?
I've known you too long to do a pitch on it. I wouldn't do that with any critic. These kids today are too much, believe me.
Big man himself. White hope of the record industry. Was anyway, till Santorini Records booted him out for taking payoffs.
Well, he's not doing too badly with his own company.
I mean, these 5 guys make sweet music. It's not a lot of loud stuff, you know. This is really cool. They're musicians. There's a lot of counterpoint in what they do. You know, it's really beautiful. It's like Bach. It's unbelievable.
Very attractive.
Watch it. He chews up girl singers.
If it means a record, I may take my chances.
If you listen to every cut on this album, I can tell you right now what your review is going to be. A rave, huh? You listen.
Shep,
What's this party gonna cost?
I'll know when the bills come in. Oh, come on, Leo. Give me a break. You can't sell a new group without spending some money. Will you stop worrying, man?
I got a call about the financial statement this afternoon. I'm afraid there could be trouble.
Okay. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Relax. Have a good time. Hiya.
Hello.
This is going to be over at 8. Could you stay?
Well, I don't know. I did have something planned. But I'll think about it.
Hiya, Sheila. You looking good. Huh? How you singing? I want to hear you sing.
Hi.
Hi yourself.
Tell me, are you and Evel Knievel still pen pals?
I could have used him out there tonight. The next time Ad Vice wants to borrow me, I have a message for you.
Yeah, I got to talk to you about that.
About what?
They want to know what you're doing Saturday.
I'm going to a wedding.
Whose?
I don't know. I'll find one. I won't be the bride, and I won't be wearing this.
It's kind of a shame.
Why is she so grumpy, he asks.
No, I know why she's so grumpy. It's because she's tired and hungry. And I also know what she needs.
I know what I need.
No, you need to go to Vinny's with Pete and Joe and me. Vinny's is cooking up one of his specials for us.
It's the grime in that stinking neighborhood. It soaks into every pore. What's the special?
Listen, how's this grab you? Swedish meatballs with potato and cabbage pie.
I'll pass. I'm going home to take a bath as soon as possible for as long as possible.
You need any help with your buttons?
No.
Sure. I'm very good at scrubbing backs.
My back is not what's grimy.
Yeah, well, listen, you know, in some circles, I'm known as a relentless grime buster. Trust me, I'll find it.
Speaking of grime busters, where are Pete and Joe?
Pete and Joe are finishing up the reports on the Myers thing. I'll be back in a minute. Hey, listen, are you sure you won't go with us?
No, thanks. It's really dragging. I'm going to borrow some of your bubble bath.
Just try not to jump over too many trucks.
I'll see you in the morning.
It makes absolutely no difference if you say the cocktail party is from 5 until 8. You still have to smoke them out. What do you have?
Brandy, small. Do you always lock your office door?
Our cleaning lady has the worst timing in the biz.
Oh, I see.
One small brandy. Coming up.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very lovely, Jan.
Jean. And I'm very talented, too.
Oh, I'm sure you are.
The tape. Remember, I broke my date because you said you'd listen to it?
There's plenty of time for that.
But I worked very hard on this tape.
Honey, I'm sure you have.
The tape.
Later.
Well, maybe I should come back later.
You know, that's very expensive brandy. We mustn't waste the good stuff.
I don't really dig brandy.
Oh, I see. You just came here to talk music. Okay. Okay, later. There shall be music. But now... Who is it?
Leo, it's important.
Come on. Wait in here. This'll only take a minute. Coming. What is this?
We're here to have a chat on behalf of the boss, like about $900,000 worth.
I already talked to him. Every record company loses money the first year. Now, why don't you children take a little walk?
Because the man ain't happy with your under-the-table deals.
Listen, punk. I work here from 10 until 7. And right now, I'm busy.
Well, that's too bad, pal. Because you're gonna work overtime tonight.
I'm busy.
Sit down and listen. Now, look, we had a chat with your bookkeeper, Leo, today. He said there isn't any money. Now, that's a problem. Now we had a talk with the distributors. Either you come up with the dough, or you're gonna get your pretty face messed up. You idiot. Those were not the orders. Somebody's in there.
What's going on up there?
All right, come on, let's get out of here.
You sure there was more than one man up here?
I heard him running down the stairs. There were at least two.
What about the girl? You know anything about her?
No. Arnold always had something going after every party. I had strict orders not to poke my nose in when the lights were on.
I see. Okay. Thanks very much.
Is she still alive?
She was when we sent her to the hospital, yeah. Barely. Yeah, I figure the girl must have waited in here, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. I'd say she also saw it happen, too.
Either saw it or heard it. This door might have been closed. Whatever it was, she got scared and ran down the hall.
Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
Mrs. Arnold's waiting for you downstairs in Coleman's office.
Already? How's she taking it?
She seems to be taking it okay.
What'd you do with those keys you found in Arnold's personal effects?
Having them checked out.
Good. Listen, if Perino calls, I'll be back. Mrs. Arnold, I know what you've been through. Actually, this really could have waited for a while.
I would have been here sooner, Sergeant, but the children were almost hysterical when they heard what happened to their father. If you have any questions, please ask them.
Okay. Can you think of any reason why anybody would want to kill your husband? Did he have any enemies?
On which coast? When I married Shep, he was attractive and decent, but all that changed with success. When he was president of Santorini Records in New York, he fought with everyone. Singers, PR men, his staff. Anyone who tried to take the limelight away from Shep Arnold.
What about his record company out here? Anybody out here?
I'm sure he had the same trouble. Not to mention his financial problems.
What financial problems?
I'm afraid the company's bankrupt. Shep doesn't have a cent.
Mrs. Arnold, apparently there was a young lady waiting in your husband's outer office. She was shot up pretty badly. Do you know a Jean Mercer?
Sergeant, she was just the last of a long list. The best thing I could do was look the other way for the sake of my children. I wish I could be more help, Sergeant, but I can't.
Everything will be all right, Adele. I'll tie up all the loose business ends.
Mrs. Arnold, I appreciate your coming in. Believe me, I will not bother you unless it's absolutely necessary.
It's all right. Call me anytime, Sergeant. I was very much in love with him once.
Hi, Bill. Well, who else would it be? Well, I was just, never mind. What hospital? Okay, I'll be right there. Yeah.
Dr. George Freelick, please report to the third floor nursing station. Dr. George Freelick, third floor nursing station.
Hey, Pep.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, these long days are getting to me.
I know.
Any change?
She's in pretty bad shape, still hasn't regained consciousness.
Did you find out any more about her?
Well, we found her address book, and I called her mother. It turns out she's an ex-big band singer. Do you remember Lila Mercer?
Lila Mercer is her mother?
Yeah, she's on her way. Maybe she can help us.
I doubt it. I talked to the guard. He said this girl was just another one of Arnold's one-night stands. I doubt the mother will have much to tell us.
I'm Lila Mercer.
Miss Mercer. Hello, I'm Sergeant Crowley with the police department.
Yes.
Sergeant Anderson.
How do you do?
Well, I get a call in the middle of the night, and then they keep me waiting downstairs for a half hour.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Mercer, but we have to be careful.
Isn't that a little late?
You can see your daughter only for a few minutes.
Will she recover?
It's a little soon to tell, but the doctors are hopeful.
How many times a week do you use that speech? I can take the truth.
The doctors are hopeful. She's in room 302. It's down the hall.
Frank Gluskin. Room 224, please. Dr. Frank Gluskin.
Mrs. Mercer, if you don't mind, we'd really like to talk to you for a few minutes.
I'm sorry, I can't help you.
We know it's a difficult time, but we have to find out all we can about the shooting.
Look, I said I can't help you.
Do you know if your daughter ever saw Shep Arnold before tonight?
What difference does that make?
Well, she was in the office with him at the time of the killing.
Yeah, well, she'd be in anybody's office if she thought it would help her career. Only tonight she made the big mistake.
Mrs. Mercer.
Look, there's no point in hiding the truth. My daughter thought she could make it by going to bed with important men. Now, I sold millions of records, and I never had to do that.
Yes, ma'am. You see, that's really beside the point.
My daughter and I haven't spoken for years. She lived her life, and I lived mine. Bye.
Thank you.
I tell you, listen, why don't we send her some flowers on Mother's Day?
You buy.
Sergeant Crawley, please.
Crawley.
This is Adele Arnold. I was wondering if there's any news.
Mrs. Arnold, I hate to tell you, there just hasn't been anything significant at all. We're right where we were.
What about Miss Mercer? Is she still in a coma?
She's not regained consciousness.
I don't know what to do, Sergeant. I've had to take my children out of school. Because of the TV coverage, people have been asking all sorts of questions.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I guarantee you, you'll be the first to know as soon as I hear anything.
Thank you, Sergeant.
That's perfectly fine. You call whenever you like. She had to take her kids out of school.
Mrs. Arnold?
Yeah.
We're nowhere.
How about making a fresh pot of coffee?
I hate my coffee.
Today I'll drink anything. Hello, Crawley.
We tracked down one of the keys we found on Arnold's desk. Belongs to a safe deposit box at the Southwestern Pacific Bank, Lakeview branch. I'm here now.
Is it registered in Arnold's name?
No, it isn't. It's in the name of Andrews. But I showed the lady here a picture of Arnold. She thinks he's the same guy.
Okay, Joe, listen, just hang in at the bank. I'll talk to the DA and get a court order.
Will do. Sergeant's on his way over. Mayor?
Talk about operators.
As they say, somebody had good reason to knock off Arnold.
Right about that, 100,000 of them.
$850,000? How could he have held out that kind of money without somebody finding out about it?
Well, my guess is that somebody did find out about it. I just wish we could bring that Mercer girl out of her coma.
Suppose you arrange for her to talk. Suppose we spread the word that the girl is recovering and she gave you a complete description of the killers. Think they'd make a move?
Pep, I've been all through that. The girl's life is hanging by a thread. I'm not about to turn her into a target.
She was shot in the back, so she had to be running away from them. Odds are they never got a look at her face. It's worth a chance, Bill. I'm about the same size and coloring.
I'd hate to turn that hospital into a shooting gallery.
Well, what if I fixed it so we didn't have to?
Then I might buy it.
All I need is some help from the ever-loving Mommy.
So you recall.
You got it, boss.
But Tuesday is just as
bad.
You know, everybody thinks the Andrews sisters had the big record, but I outsold them 2-1.
Sounds great.
Yeah, well, it's nothing like the noise they call music today. Wait till you hear this one.
Mrs. Mercer, please, you still haven't answered.
No, I got it. You want to pose as Jean? As a matter of fact, you remind me of her. And the idea is you're going to recuperate in your mother's apartment. And all you're asking me to do is to risk my life.
We'll have the apartment house covered. You'll be completely protected. I'll be with you the whole time.
Oh, sure. Haven't I done the mother bit? Isn't that enough?
If Jean does recover, she's still in great danger. She saw the killers. They know she saw them.
Well, that's her problem. Maybe next time she'll be more careful who she goes out with.
Mrs. Mercer, she's your daughter.
Yeah. I get all choked up about the poor kid.
I'm sorry I wasted your time. I'd just like you to think about this. If anything does happen to that girl, you're gonna have to live with it.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Wait a minute. Well, look, how long would I be cooped up with you?
Couple days at the most. Everything's set to go.
Mr. Garson?
Come on in, Eddie. Shut the door.
Look, Mr. Garson, I'm sorry.
Sorry? Well, at least that's some consolation. That trigger-happy idiot who was with you guys. He's sorry, too? Is he?
Yeah. Look, sometimes things...
Yeah, I know. Always happens so fast. The girl. She see you?
No.
Then you're sure about that?
Yeah, I don't think so, no.
Second-rate punks. I can't trust anything to anybody these days. All right, Eddie. Let's get down to some facts. You work for me. Fact. A few people are aware of that. Fact. Now, it's not going to take an Einstein to figure out if she lives. It fingers you two guys and that idiot, and it all starts falling down right on me. Fact?
Yeah, I know. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, Mr. Garson. To figure out what we can do about it.
We? What we? Where do you get we? You, Eddie. You, pal. You got us into this. Now you take it from there.
Right. Okay. All right.
Hello, boss. William, just heard the local news. Jane Mercer's out of the woods and gave a complete description of the killers.
You spread the word around she'll be recovering in her mother's apartment?
We covered every mob in town. We did just about everything but printed on the bar tabs.
Good. What about the apartment? You got that covered?
Yeah. Everything's peppered over to Lila's apartment. We got 6 men, 12-hour shifts.
Okay. Why don't we pull 3 of them off for the night? We'll take it. Let's see that stakeout.
We're gonna take a laser beam to get in there.
Yeah.
All or nothing.
Could you turn the music off for a little while?
If it's love,
I just thought you'd like a little entertainment. What's going on?
Nothing important.
Well, look, if there's trouble, I want to know about
Mrs.
it.
Mercer, don't get upset. It's nothing. Is this Jean?
Yeah,
If you feel the way you do, why do you keep this around?
she was my daughter then.
She must have meant a great deal to you then.
She meant the whole world to me. I spent 300 days a year on the road, sleeping in buses and playing towns you never even heard of, so she could have everything. She sure paid me back.
What'd she do that was so terrible?
She just destroyed my life, that's all. Look, I let you move in here, but that doesn't give you the right to poke your nose into my business.
I thought you might want to talk about it.
Well, don't waste your breath. No one could ever forgive Jean for what she did. No one.
What'd she do?
I said don't waste your breath, huh?
Yeah, I'll get that. Hello.
How's it going?
Oh, let's see. Well, we've got 2 girls in bikinis and a dirty old man nearby pretending to read. Let's see what else. Anything around? There's 2 new guys look like they could be ours.
They are ours. We also got a couple of guys spotted on nearby terraces. You can reach them on 12 by 59.
You mean I can relax?
Just stay away from those dirty old men.
Everything all right?
Don't worry. A mailman can't even get through.
Looks legit. Better check him out anyway.
Roger. We're checking on the company now.
I thought you said we'd be protected.
We are. Now get away from that window.
Why did I ever let you talk?
When you calm down, it sounds like it's all right. Now just relax.
Okay, both of you out the back. Now, come on. Come on. Come on.
Take it easy. I just got out of the hospital.
Come on. Get out.
Police! Freeze! Freeze! Everything's okay, Pepper. We've called for an ambulance. Are you all right? Sergeant Anderson, are you all right? Can you read me? Get in there fast. We'll cover the garage.
All right, get in the car. Get him in the car. Come on. Come on.
You had 6 men stationed at that apartment house. Now, how the hell many did you need? A regiment?
We never figured they'd hit us from behind.
I don't believe this.
In case you're interested, they cold-cocked Damore.
I don't give a damn about Damore. They've got Pepper Anderson. You understand what I'm saying? Those killers have got Pepper Anderson. Did you get out a description of that car?
It was a blue sedan. We never did get the license plate.
You didn't get the plates. That's terrific. All right, what do you got?
Yeah, green job.
All right, Miller, get him out. You never saw us, right?
Have I ever?
Hey, Freddie! Leave your number on this blue thing.
taking us?
Relax. Somebody wants to talk to you. Lila Mercer. You know, when I was a kid, every time you played the Paramount, my old man would take off from work to go to see you. He thought you were something else. So did my mother. She hated your guts. Lila Mercer, that's all she ever talked about. She even threw an eggplant at him once. And here we are today. The old man's kid riding in the same car with you and your kid.
No, but you don't understand. She's not
There's
my...
no point in trying to con them, Mom. I saw what they did to Shep.
Well, don't listen to her because...
No, oh!
What's the matter with you?
The stitches. I think they tore. I told you to take it easy. Okay, if you want Arnold's damn money, take it. But please, let us go.
What money?
Oh, don't play dumb with me over $800,000.
Where?
In a safe deposit box. In my name.
Miller, pull up there at the next gas station.
I have to use the restroom.
All right, come on, make it quick. Miller, watch him.
What did you think? That they were going to let you go if you told them I was a cop?
I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. Do you really know where the money is?
Yes.
Well, how did you ever get the safe deposit key?
I don't really have the safe deposit key. I'm going to have to fake that part with my locker key. And you're going to have to keep your mouth shut and go along with it.
Try.
You'll do more than that. You'll do it.
Hey, let's go in there.
Just give us another minute. Ladies take longer, you know.
I wish I had your guts.
Yeah, well, returns aren't in yet.
All right. You come up with the dough and you got a deal.
I don't have the key with me. I left in a hurry, remember?
Where is it?
Well, nothing yet.
Pep's gonna be all right. You know that, don't you, Bill?
No, I don't know that, Pete. Do you know that? You know she's gonna be all right? How do you know that?
Well, I do know one thing. It's not gonna do us any good to sit around thinking about it. That I do know. Everybody's on it, Bill.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm gonna go get something to eat. Can I bring you back a sandwich or some fruit or something? All right.
There's nothing around here that even smells like a cop.
Huh. They're probably down at the station getting hell for letting you slip by them.
All right, is that the one?
Yeah, the yellow one.
All right, come on, let's go. All
It's
right,
in the
come
glove compartment.
Well, get it. Come on.
Hey?
Now we're getting somewhere.
Hey, what's going on over there?
All right, come on.
Hey, what's going on?
All right, take off.
Beatrice, put me through to the police fast.
Crowley.
Sergeant Crowley. I'm the manager of the Mercer's apartment house. I just saw a green sedan pull out with Mrs. Mercer and your policewoman with two men.
Sergeant Anderson okay?
I don't know. They got out of here real fast.
You stay where you are. We'll be right there. Pete. Joe, let's go.
All right.
The banks are closed now. Where are we going?
I'll let you know.
Look, you've got the key. You can't get into the safe deposit box without my signing at the bank. I have to sign.
When it's time to let you know, I'll let you know.
Oh, hi.
Hi, Sergeant Crowley.
Hi, I'm Tuttle. I'm the one that spoke to you on the phone.
Yeah?
Listen, I was just on my way upstairs when I saw them over here. And just like in those TV shows, you know, I didn't touch anything. I left everything just like it is.
Yeah. Was this glove compartment open like that?
That's just how I found it. I didn't touch anything.
Yeah. Give Investigator Stiles here all the details, will you?
Yeah, you want to come this way, please? Give me more of a full description of what happened.
Pete, why would she come all the way back here just to go through her glove compartment? Why the hell would she do that?
Your boss has nice taste.
Come in, please.
All right, come on. In there.
This is Mr. Garson.
Jack? It's Lila. Lila Mercer. Don't you remember me? I used to play all your clubs back east. What are you doing here? I thought you ran all your operations from the coast.
I'm not running any operation from anywhere. I'm retired.
All right, let's get down to business.
Sit down. Now, because of my friendship with Shep's wife here, I supplied all the necessary financing for Arnold's company. That was a mistake.
Your boys took care of him, didn't they?
What'd you expect? The money in that safe deposit box belongs to me, if you've got it.
I've got it.
Tramp like you could have walked out on him. Why'd he take the chance of putting it in your name?
Shep knew I wouldn't play any games. Not like his sweet little wife here. Oh.
I want my money, Miss Mercer. Tomorrow the boys will take it to the bank to see that I get it.
Until I find out what's going to happen to us.
Don't worry, Miss Mercer. I'll arrange for passports and a couple of plane tickets. But don't make the mistake of coming back.
No, we won't. We won't, Jack.
They can stay in the West Wing overnight.
Wait a minute. Boss, you're not going to let him go.
Let's do what you have to for now.
All right, come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
The Mercer girl, she's very attractive.
Yeah.
You know, from right after the honeymoon, it was one girl after another. Sometimes I think it started during the honeymoon.
Then was then. Now is now. My plan's working out fine, huh? And when it's over, we'll go to Rio or wherever you want.
Strange how it all started, isn't it? Shep made me go to you for the money. Then it happened between us.
Ever been to Rio?
Never.
It's beautiful. We'll take the kids. They've got beaches, shopping, boating.
Let's just go, the two of us. I'd like to get away from everything for a while. What about Mercer and her daughter?
Adele, baby. The minute we get the money, the boys will take care of them.
Brought you a cup of coffee, Bill.
Pete, I don't want any coffee. I don't understand why we haven't heard from somebody out there about that car.
I don't know.
What time is it?
11:30.
It's in the pits, huh? Frustrating. I should never have let her go in there alone. I should have had somebody else in that apartment. She shouldn't have gone in there by herself, Pete.
I think I'll give Joe a call. I know he's worried.
Why don't you put that away? You're not reading it anyway. Try to get some sleep.
I can't. I keep thinking about tomorrow and those goons out there.
Worrying about it isn't going to help any.
Yeah, well, Garson won't keep his word. I know him. Everybody in the business was scared to death of him. And that woman, the widow?
The widow. She's something, isn't she? But just don't worry. I'll try to come up with something. If you can't sleep, try to relax. Why don't you pour yourself a drink?
I should have figured something like this would happen. Anything that had to do with Jean always ended up in disaster.
Why do you hate her so much?
I don't hate her. I just don't want to talk about it.
Did you ever think that if you got it off your chest, you might feel better? And sometimes with a stranger, it's easier.
Is that what the psychology books say?
What'd she do?
Have you ever been in love?
Mm-hmm.
Did you marry him?
No.
Well, I did. I hit the jackpot. I mean, the whole wonderful thing.
You mean Jean's father?
Him? Oh, no. He was one of the all-time losers. We got divorced when she was a year old. And then I became mother and father to her, and I spent most of my time on the road paying the bills for my little princess. I never figured there'd be anyone else in my life, not with musicians. Then I got lucky. Did you know Alan Carter?
Mm-mm.
Oh, he was one of the big ones, up there with Dorsey's and Harry James. He was a good-looking guy, sweet and decent. We were married for 5 beautiful years, and I thought I had it made. But there was a joker.
But I can guess.
Mm-hmm. My little princess. She just adored her stepdaddy. She always greeted him with big hugs and kisses. Then one night I came home from the club. She was 17 then. Pretty. Real pretty.
Figures. Did it ever occur to you that maybe it was his fault?
That's what she said.
There it was, huh?
A couple of weeks later, they both left. And it didn't take long for word to get around that Lila Mercer was drinking and unreliable. The highest paid club act in Vegas. Couldn't even get a job in a 2-bit strip joint.
Well, that explains a lot of things.
Now, maybe. Maybe it was my fault.
I doubt it. I think it was probably nobody's fault. Just the way it ended up. Que sera, sera, you know.
Yeah.
You have a good time today. I'll see you both at dinner. Sally, take good care of me. I hope the ladies spent your restful night.
No trouble.
Take the blue car this morning.
How come?
I talked to Jack. He thinks it's wiser if we switch.
I can't do it.
Yes, you can. We've got to go through with this.
For what happens when we get to the bank and they won't let you in the vault?
I'll worry about that later. Come on.
Do it.
Got to go.
What happens?
think about that.
Come on. All right, let's go.
Hey, you're not back in 10 minutes. Don't bother looking for your mother.
Look, I said I'd get the money. Don't stay so close. I have friends here. $7.14, please. $7.14.
This way, please.
Thank you. Never mind that. We haven't got much time. Are you sure you pushed that alarm
Yes, I'm
button?
pretty sure I pushed it.
I was gonna find something to fill this.
There's nothing here except the bank money, and I can't touch
Fine,
that.
okay.
Listen, I can get in trouble. Give me that. What are you gonna do with this?
Here.
Pour it. Oh, all of it?
Yes, hurry up.
Okay, thanks. Report about a silent alarm at Southwestern Pacific Bank. A suspicious vehicle had just pulled up with 2 men, 2 women. One of them could be Pepper.
It's almost 10 minutes. I hope she isn't pulling anything.
Well, she gave you her word. She'll keep it.
What's going on here?
Oh, and thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, let me have it. Give it to me. Come on, give it. Give me it.
Police, freeze! Stop it!
Put him on top. Put him on top.
All right.
You gotta be so bright. I was so bright.
All right, you did it. You did it. You helped me pull it off. It's all over. Come on.
Honey, good.
Come on.
Dr. Frank Gluskin, please
Thank you.
report to the information desk.
Crowley, yeah. Hey, Perino, what's up? How much?
Dr. Callahan.
You're kidding.
Call 125 West.
Get that transcribed as
Yeah,
quickly
okay,
as
thanks. I'll
possible,
talk to you
will you,
later.
Dick? Thank you. She identified the same 3 men, not that we need it. Who was on the phone?
That was Perino. The judge is holding Garson and Adele Arnold on a $100,000 bail.
Ah.
Garson uses that kind of money for petty cash.
Yeah. So, what else is new?
I'd like to have a talk with that judge.
Hello.
Oh, hi, Lila.
Hi.
I got your message. Are you sure she wants to see me?
Yes.
Dr. Graham.
She's a pretty good dame.
Hi.
Mama?
No, Joe, listen, why don't you both go home? I'm tired. I'm not coming in. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, okay, bye.
What do you say we get cracking?
What do you say we go by Vinny's and have a good stiff drink?
Nice, huh? How things turn out sometimes.
You are a real sentimentalist, aren't you? You know, you're beginning to sound like one of Lila's old records.
Oh, huh. They weren't all that bad, you know.
You kidding? They were terrific.
What's so funny?
Huh?
What are you laughing at?
I never told you this. But when I had my first love affair, they were playing one of her records all through it.
I don't believe you.
It's true. Betty Jean Short. She had freckles all over her face. We called her Peanut Betty.
I don't believe you.
Hey, what do you say we stop up at my place? I'll see if I can dig up that old record.
I think we better stop off at Benny's and have that drink.
Small sport.
It's a green flag.
Introduce me? Excuse me, this is Pepper Anderson's Jack Crowley, my wife.
Your brother crashed because you beat him up before the race. That's your fault. He's dead.
You like taking chances, don't you?
Saw you, didn't I?
I guess you knew a good thing when you saw him.
You're watching the wrong curves.
Not me, baby, no way. Look, it's 100 extra horsepower. Damn it, you ain't gonna do this to me. What are you afraid of? We put it in after the tech inspection. Now, who's gonna know?
I will. I run this thing on my own ability.
Well, it looks like all of a sudden we got a star on our hands.
I go back to nothing, damn it, before I run with the bottom.
Hey, JJ.
See what your friend wants.
Hey, Joe. Hey, JJ. What was that all about?
Nothing.
Nothing? What does that mean? You don't want to talk about it?
He wanted to install a nitrous oxide bottle under the car.
With laughing gas?
Yep. It purifies the gas mixture, and if I won with that thing and they found out about it, I'd be disqualified and lose the money.
Well, how'd you guys do in the inspection?
We weighed in a little light, so Willie added more ballast to the left rear.
Bet that graveled him, huh?
It did. But even with the extra weight, we leaned out the carburetors to make up for it and set fast time at 17.2.
Yes, sir, race fan. It's going to be some race. With some of the best open competition drivers in the country.
They gonna kiss the winner?
$5,000 purse.
More power to you, bro.
The fifth 330 should be active.
I'm glad to see things my way.
How's your brother Bobo doing? Is he trying to get himself together?
Bobo's got a lot of problems, Joe, and I don't know how to help.
Is he in trouble again?
He's always into something, you know that.
Gentlemen,
What about you? You all right?
Yeah.
You sure?
Hey, Wilkes, come on, let's go.
Mr. Personality. Duty call.
Go get them door slammers, bro.
I'll see you after the race. Maybe you can buy me a beer.
Okay.
Starter McManus watches them out of the turn, and it's a green flag. Now that 330 is underway. 52 takes the inside as they jockey for first lap position into the turn. Look at 88 challenge on the outside. And look at that pack poured on the back stretch. On the front stretch, 52 is in front with 44 and 5 challenging. The pack is still bunched into the turn. On the 158th lap, a little short of the halfway mark, Alf was getting lead for the car 15 seconds. And J.J. Wilkes has surprised everybody, holding the third position from a fifth row start. Don Angles is fourth. At 230 laps, the yellow is still out. And here's the green flag. Look at J.J. Gordon past the stand. It's going to be a crowded backstretch. Oh, look out! Get those emergency vehicles out there. It looks like car 7, J.J. Wilkes. Can't see what the other cars are involved. It doesn't look good. Get those extinguishers going, fellas. Every emergency vehicle on the track is out there now. Looks like they've ducked down the fire. No, but there's definitely 3 or 4 cars involved. It looks like J.J. Wilkes' car number 7 has exploded, but the smoke is so thick I can't make it out.
Morning.
You look very oriental.
It's one of the things I like about you, Pete. You're so observant.
Oh, that's right. Today is your Thai cooking class. How's it doing?
Hot, hot. They could serve charcoals and nobody would notice.
Pepper, Pete. Well, you look very oriental.
Aren't you all the same? Thank you. I'm glad you noticed. It's for my cooking class.
Yeah, okay, listen. Joe wants us to investigate J.J. Wilkes' death. I talked to Parks, and he said okay.
So you still don't think it was an accident, have you?
Well, he was okay an hour earlier. At least he said he was. I'll tell you, he wasn't drunk or drinking, and he wasn't a pill popper. Preliminary inspection of the car didn't turn up anything. And J.J. was too careful a driver just to crack up for no reason at all.
Couldn't one of the other racers have clipped him?
Well, I went over the report, and he gave no reason for him to lose control. No, something is rotten. And I love that man enough to want to find out what it is.
Excuse me. Can you tell me where I might find Sergeant William Crowley?
Yes, he's right in there. Hey, Pepper. Why don't you put this on? You won't be so overdressed.
Can we help you?
Jackie, wait.
You always were eloquent.
Yeah. Oh, sure. I was just surprised. How are you?
I'll fall over with enthusiasm. I'm fine. Introduce me?
Excuse me. This is Pepper Anderson, Joe Stiles, and Pete Royce. This is Jackie.
Crowley.
My wife. My ex-wife.
How did you ever let her get away, Bill?
How did you ever get her in the first place? She's lovely. Well, look, we're gonna follow some leads. It's nice meeting you.
Yes,
Come on, Pete.
very nice to meet you.
You probably have a lot to catch up on. It's nice to meet you, finally, Mrs. Crowley.
Jackie.
Here. Sorry.
Oh, you want to keep it?
No, I was planning to change. I was just playing around.
Yeah, come on in. Have a seat. You want some coffee?
No, thanks.
You look terrific, Jackie.
Oh, that's because you're looking at a brand new woman.
Oh, how's that?
Jacqueline Aiello Crowley, interior decorator.
You finally did it.
Uh-huh. And
Congratulations.
You know, you were right all the time. People love my work.
Sure.
And you know what else?
No, what else?
You won't be needing any more alimony after 3 more months.
You getting married?
Oh, no. I figure with the business, I'll be loaded by then. And I know what a cop's salary's like, so.
Well, I'm making a little more money than I was in those days.
Oh, you don't want to give up the payments?
I didn't say that.
Can't find a way to spend the money.
Yeah, if you're serious, I mean, if you're really serious, I'll find a way to spend it.
I'm sure you will. I'll bet you even still keep a 10 spot in your sock drawer. Huh? That's my mad money.
Yeah, this is terrific. I mean, about your business. That's... You can tell us all about that. Speaking of mad money, you still keep yours in your bra?
I don't wear a bra anymore.
Hey, Pep. I just about to ask Jackie to go to dinner with you and me tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bill. I have something planned.
Cancel it. That's an order, Sergeant.
Well, since you ask so nicely.
I'd love to, if you don't mind a third wheel.
Look, I told you once already, don't touch anything under there. I can still cherry it out.
Look, Kraft, I know what I'm doing. I used to race my old Mustang in Ascot, remember?
Yeah, well, this baby cost me $20,000, man.
Okay. Now, where's the bottle?
What bottle?
The laughing gas.
Happens to be illegal, and you know that.
Yeah, we know it's illegal. And we also heard that you wanted him to run with the bottle.
Well, he ran clean. You just found that out for yourself.
So, when was the inspection? The day before the race?
Yeah, she was perfect then. 24 hours later.
Bam. So who had access to the garage after that?
Look, boys, I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but you're wasting your time. There wasn't any sabotage.
Death was from a blood clot on the brain. Subdural hematoma, inflicted by the crash, one would think. But you see this? He was still wearing this when I got him. You notice that that isn't bad enough to cause an injury like this.
Wait a minute. You say he died from a blood clot, but he had it before the accident?
Yes. There are definite signs which would indicate that it is older than the injuries received in the accident. And these. Now, he's got some pretty vicious bruises on his left arm. And notice the color? Now, compared with these others he received when the car banged into the wall.
Yeah, they're slightly different.
Doctor, you say that Wilkes was already unconscious at the time of the accident. How do you know that?
See this hand? It's relaxed. When a driver is about to have an accident, he'll clutch the wheel in an attempt to control his vehicle. Now, I've had drivers in here whose hands were literally glued to the wheel and had to be pried off. Now, evidently, this man wasn't holding on to the wheel at all.
No, you didn't? No, that's the peanut sauce. Dip it in that.
Oh, here she comes.
Now, have one of these.
Now, after that, he proposed?
Well, let's just say he proposed everything but marriage. We were so poor then, we couldn't even afford to go on a honeymoon. And Bill had to be on call for a case, so we spent it in a very romantic garage apartment in the valley.
That's true.
Big spender even then, huh? Thank you, honey.
We always promised ourselves a real honeymoon in Italy. And since we're both Italians, Sorrento for Bill and Palermo for me.
Actually, only one of us is a true Italian. The other one's a Sicilian.
In the whole 5 years we were married, I couldn't convince him that Sicilian is Italian.
Sicilians are renegade Greeks.
Don't fight it, Jackie. I have not been able to convince him of anything, except to maybe pick up the check.
What do you think is paying for this mess?
How'd you swing that one? Your partner, she's something.
Oh, Pepper. Well, I just, threw my weight around till they had to assign her to my division.
Ah. She a good cop?
She's the best.
How are things, Bill?
Things are good. How about you? Anybody special?
Oh, there's a guy who's in insurance.
Oh?
Nothing dramatic to report. But after some of the others, I guess I should have complained.
Happy?
Sure.
That's all that matters.
I'd forgotten what a gentleman you are.
Let's see if I can handle this. There you go.
It was a lovely evening. I wasn't sure if I was doing the right thing, but I'm glad I called you.
I'm glad you did too, Jackie. It's good to see you again. I guess I've been curious
I guess I hope that means you've missed me.
You better get in. Listen, I'll call you tomorrow, okay? Good night.
Good night.
Well, good morning, William.
Good morning.
Yeah. All right, let's have it. What'd you guys come up with?
Well, nothing much. The car was a mess, but we didn't see any evidence of tampering.
Security was so tight, I doubt if anybody got in that way. Unless they came in from the inside.
Well, who was close to Wilkes? His family, his friends, girlfriend, who?
Well, he was close to his parents, but he had a lady, Kitty Davis. What did you get from the car?
Somebody beat Wilkes up the night before his big race.
Beat up?
Yeah. That's what he died from, apparently, a blood clot on the brain. He also had bruises all over his arms that were not sustained from the accident. Surprised you didn't see him. You saw him. You were with him.
Yeah, but he was wearing coveralls. But he did seem to have a pain inside, even though he didn't want to admit it.
What do you know about the owner, Joe, the one that he was arguing with?
Well, we're trying, but as usual, nobody seems to want to communicate.
Well, keep going, will you? Just keep digging till you come up with something solid.
Sure, we'll try, William.
Get in. She's lovely.
Huh?
Jackie. Jacqueline Crowley.
That's funny. She says the same thing about you.
Boy, she is one of the few women that I know of who gave up alimony without having to. It's weird unless,
Unless what?
unless she's still in love with you.
Is that the cop talking or the woman?
I was a woman first.
Did I ever tell you how we happened to get a divorce?
Tell me.
She couldn't handle my being a cop. She couldn't take the hours. She couldn't stand to sleep a while. If I wasn't home at night, she had me out shacked up someplace or bleeding to death in an alley. It got so bad that if a friend came to the door, she'd almost faint till they could assure her that they weren't there to tell her I was dead somewhere. She almost had a nervous breakdown. So she just finally split. Said she was going to have to try to put herself together again.
So she did, and she's back.
Yeah, she's back. She's back.
Hey, Jackie!
Hi.
Hi.
Am I under surveillance or something?
What are you doing clear out here?
Well, right now, I guess I'm looking for transportation.
Hop in.
Isn't this the day for your cooking class? Aren't you going to be late?
They'll just review their heartburns for the first half hour. Come on. Going back to the motel?
Yeah. Thanks, Well, I was beginning to feel a bit weary.
You do look a little pushed. What's the matter? Are smog getting to you?
No. I think it's the Reuben sandwich I had for lunch. Got my tummy a little wobbly. Oh, boy, I thought Chicago was the Windy City. What a mess.
William.
Well, we just checked on Kraft's background. He's definitely dirty.
How dirty?
Well, he's got some pretty rough friends. Silvers, Eckerly, Corvallis.
Gambling.
Mm-hmm.
You think maybe Kraft had some high stakes on that race and Wilkes wouldn't cooperate?
Well, JJ said their argument was about that. Kraft wanted to boost the car's horsepower with nitrous oxide. JJ wouldn't have any.
Well, Pep, looks like you're just in time for a little typecasting. How would you like to play a wealthy, bored racetrack groupie with a gambling addiction?
Fine.
Joe, can you arrange a meeting this afternoon with Wilkes' girlfriend?
No problem.
Okay, get on it right now, will you?
Come on, Peter, make that run with me.
I wanted that pipe.
What's wrong, Pep?
Have you talked to Jackie?
Not since last night, no. Why?
I gave her a ride yesterday from the university.
What was she doing out there?
Well, I picked Jackie up outside the medical complex, and she had a Band-Aid on her hand, like after you have a blood test.
Yeah?
It's a combination of things. She said that her stomach was feeling queasy, and then when she combed her hair, a lot of hair fell out.
What are you getting at, Pepper?
I think she's having treatments. I think it's chemotherapy. Joe.
Hi, Kitty. May we come in?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Kitty, these are a couple of partners of mine. This is Sergeant Anderson,
How do you do?
Sergeant Crowley. They'd like to ask you some questions.
Would you like some coffee or tea or soft drink?
No, I don't.
No, thanks.
You mind if I fix myself some? I've got to keep busy.
Yeah, in that case, I'll have what you're having.
Kitty. Kitty, we're going to have to ask you some questions that might be painful. We'll do it as quickly as we can.
First of all, we'd like to know if you saw JJ before the race.
No, I wanted to, but I couldn't. I had to work.
What about the day before?
No. I didn't see him then either. He likes to get to bed early the night before a race, so he could get a good night's sleep. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'm sorry. We're just sorry we have to put you through this.
Kitty, was he under any pressure, more than usual, to win that race or lose it?
I don't think so. But he never talked about his problems much. He always liked to be up when we were together.
How well do you know Willie Kraft?
That redneck cracker, he acted like he owned JJ.
Did Kraft have any reason to want to hurt JJ?
I don't think so. JJ always did what he said. He did what everybody said.
Do you know of anybody who wanted to see him out of that race?
Everybody loved him. Even the other drivers, because he was special. Just ask Joe. Wasn't he, Joe? I mean, wasn't he special?
Yeah, he was special.
Bill?
What?
I just wanted to know if you've had a talk with Jackie yet.
No, I haven't.
You are planning to, aren't you? You do realize why she came back, don't you? Don't say it's the clinics. There are clinics all over the country.
Listen, Pepper, if you don't mind, I know what I got to do in my life, and I'd like to do it my own way, okay?
I saw the strangest sculpture today. It was a bronze of two tigers locked in combat. One was up in the air, balanced by just his paw, with his tail touching the other one. Oh, it was gorgeous. Can you imagine living with it? Are you angry about something?
Damn right I am.
Why? Because I came back?
You know better than that.
Do I?
Yes, you do. You're not being honest with me, Jackie.
It's pretty hard to believe. After all, you're the first man who made an honest woman out of me.
Hey, I'd appreciate not hearing any more jokes, okay? And I don't want to hear any more about your being an interior decorator. Now, I want to know why you're here, Jackie. You owe me that.
Why?
Because we never lied to each other before.
Oh. How do you tell somebody you're going to die? Especially somebody you still love. Oh. That's the first time I've said that out loud. I'm going to die. And I'm afraid. I've got leukemia, Bill. Suddenly I've got to finish up loose ends, and I don't feel finished with us. I have kicked myself over and over again for walking out on the most important person in my life.
Jackie, why didn't you just tell me up front?
I had to find out about you. Whether you were involved with somebody, whether you still even cared about me. I couldn't beg. Don't you see it would destroy the meaning of it?
What's the prognosis?
Well, the doctor wouldn't say. He said it wasn't fair because no one can honestly give anyone an estimate because of remissions and all that. But from what I've asked and read, it's a few weeks or a few months, even with remissions.
Where you going, Bobo?
Said I was.
You're not gonna see those people again, are you? Please stay away from them. You'll just get hurt.
We've already lost JJ. You think about your brother, son. Haven't we had enough pain?
Can I dig the pain, Mama? It's the only thing that doesn't let me down.
Will you be back for supper?
I don't know. Bobo!
Your mother asked you a question.
And I answered it.
How's it going? You, looking for someone?
No one in particular. That your new car?
Well, you might say that. Some new paint, new windshield, little engine work. Make me real proud, Papa.
Too bad about the Chevelle.
I'd remember if I knew you. Now, how do you know me?
Let's just say a lot of money depends on my knowing who owns what. That thing got any guts?
Do you?
Joe.
Hi, Mr. Wilkes.
Well, fine, son, fine. How are you?
Okay. Considering.
Joe, I miss him so much already.
I'm sorry. We all do.
Hey, we just sitting down to lunch. Can you join us?
Well, no. I'm here on business. Ooh, maybe I should come back at another time.
No, you can sit with us and eat while we talk. It's not about Bobo, is it?
No, I'm investigating JJ's accident.
Hey, Francis, set another place. We got company.
What are we creeping for?
Salted, raw danger.
Takes more than a hot car to scare me, babe.
You like taking chances, don't you?
Only those I can afford to lose.
Well, you're smart, too. Morning,
enough to know a good thing when you see it.
Saw you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. I guess you knew a good thing when you saw.
You're watching the wrong curves. Eyes on the road, cowboy.
I love a feisty broad.
Yeah, I know you do.
Well, how long had he had his apartment?
Well, he moved out about 6 weeks ago. Didn't he tell you?
No, he didn't. Well, I guess he was so excited about the race, he couldn't talk about anything else. What about Bobo? Is he in some kind of trouble? You think he might know where JJ was that night?
Joe, he's a bad one. We can't make him mind anymore. Just comes and goes as he pleases, and he won't tell us where. He could have been with JJ. I just don't know.
What'd you find out?
Well, his parents said that they didn't know where JJ might have been that night. That he had had dinner with them the night before, and everything seemed to be fine.
Well, that gives us exactly 0 to go on.
I hope you're having better luck than we are.
What can I tell you? He's a perfect target. I whispered a lot of sweet nothing doings in his ear while he went into his macho driving act, but I don't think he had anything to do with Wilkes' death.
Oh, what?
When I did get him talking about Wilkes, all he could say was that he was so sorry he didn't have all that money. They thought they were going to win that race.
Look around back. What are you standing over here for? Why don't you join us?
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt your meeting.
Is everything okay?
Could we walk?
Sure.
I have to go to the hospital tomorrow. The doctors say they want to take some more tests.
What kind of test?
Oh, they never say. I keep hoping one morning I'll wake up and be told they're ready to try out a new drug, something fantastic, and they want to use it on me.
This will be it.
You might think this is funny, but did you ever have the feeling that your life was for a special purpose? Like there's something you have to accomplish while you're here? I keep hoping that my special mission will be to be the first cancer cure, sort of like the first heart transplant. Kind of helps me to get through the rough spots. Times when I can't handle one more test. Bill, I don't want to be alone. Stay with me, please.
So what's happening, Bobo?
Oh, I already told you. They busted me for joyriding.
In whose car?
Now, that's a dumb question. Should you pick out a car, you wire it, and you take off, is that?
Got another question for you. Where were you last weekend when JJ was killed?
I was having a party and having a good time.
What about the night before?
Well, I was probably doing the same thing, but you see, it's kind of hard for me to remember that, because, see, you are making me nervous.
I'm investigating JJ's death. Now, I need help, man.
Now, that's your problem, ain't it?
You know, with that smart mouth of yours, you'll go places. Straight to the slammer.
Yes, JJ was at home that night.
Did anyone visit him that night?
Well, I wouldn't know about that. We all mind our business around here. That's our policy. We believe that everybody living in this building has an absolute right to privacy. I put it here when I heard you knock. I thought you were my son, and he doesn't like me to indulge in any forms of pleasure whatsoever.
I find that an invasion of personal privacy, and indeed a very serious one.
You remind me of him. He's a hippie, too. No offense, of course.
It really doesn't matter. I thought I was a beatnik. But what I find amazing is that you have a grown-up son. I find that extremely incredible.
Would you like me to mix you one of these? It's very smooth and warm.
No, thank you. Not right now. Not while I'm on duty. But what I would like you to do for me is to try and remember if anybody came to visit JJ that night. Anybody at all.
His brother.
Are you sure?
Oh, sure. I know that one. He's always lurking around looking for trouble. He's got a lecherous eye, too. Even for women my age.
Dr. Escobar.
You know what I've always wanted to do?
Dr.
No.
Escobar. Admitting desk, please.
Have a picnic at the Sunset Bowl.
Really? At the Sunset Bowl?
Uh-huh. With a tablecloth and real china and good wine.
I'll tell you what. You get out of here. First thing we'll do, we'll have a picnic at the Sunset Bowl. No, I mean it. I promise. I promise.
Oh, I'll get out. See, I've made a bargain with God. I'll put up with anything they do if it'll buy me another remission. I want a little more time with you, Bill. I promised I wouldn't ask for anything else if I could just have a little more time with you.
Jacqueline Crowley, your room is ready for you now.
Outside call. Dr. Hines. Outside call.
Hi. Oh, no, don't. Please don't blow that thing. All you're gonna get is me or a hockey team. I'm with the police department. Okay. See? Okay. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
What about?
Why don't we step over here? I think you'd be a little more comfortable. Okay?
Okay.
Well, beautiful day, isn't it? Looks like you got enough vegetables to last you for a whole week. What I'm trying to find out, Vivian, is what happened next door to you last Friday night.
I knew I should have called the police.
What does that mean?
Well, it was awful. There was someone in there fighting.
You mean like arguing?
No, fighting. Like hitting and hitting and hitting.
Fist fighting kind of thing? Why don't you call the police?
I couldn't move. I was so scared. I just kept hoping the sounds would go away.
Do you know who was in there?
I don't know any of the neighbors. I don't want to know any of the neighbors in this building. I just want to be left alone.
No, it's all right, thank you. He's left the hospital. Nobody seems to know where he went.
You know, Pepper, should have seen him. It was like talking to a rock. No emotion. I mean, even when I talked about his brother.
You want to hear the term the psychologists use? Affectless. Emotional zombies.
Hi. Where's Bill?
He was supposed to be at the hospital.
Get a load of this. I just talked with Wilkes' landlady. I just came from there. And she said that she was sure that she saw his brother there Friday night. And also, the neighbor lady said that she heard sounds coming from the apartment. You know, sounds like hitting sounds. What a trip, huh? Back, just in case he decides to grab it.
You too?
Yeah. Pete Sanchez are usually right.
Twitch, man, I'll blow your head right off your shoulders.
Well, you know what? I think it'd be a smart thing to do. Just get all our volcano hiking out of the way first. And when we get good and tired, take off someplace like Capri. Spend the rest of the time sleeping on the beach.
Or whatever.
That sound good to you, Capri?
Sounds perfect. Can we go tonight?
No, we can't go tonight. I gotta do my laundry. As soon as you get out of this hospital, we'll take off like a big bird.
You know, don't you, there's a chance I won't ever leave the hospital.
Will you knock it off? Of course you're gonna leave this hospital.
Just don't get your hopes up too high, okay?
Listen.
Hello? Yes, he's here. Oh, listen, thanks for the flowers. They're beautiful. It's Pete.
Yeah, Pete. Just now, where? Yeah, right. No, you stay with the kid. Sit on him. Pepper's been hurt. Downstairs, an emergency.
There, that ought to do it.
It goes with my earrings.
Yeah, you look great.
I'll buy that. Now you just sit quiet and relax, Sergeant, okay?
Thanks, Doctor. What else can I do? Why are you such a sourpuss?
I'm sorry, Pepper. I should have been there with you.
Don't be silly. You were right where you were supposed to be.
Let me see this thing. How many stitches they take?
17. Well, 7. Hi, Jackie.
For cops, you sure do make a big deal out of a scratch.
I better go talk to her.
No, I'll talk to her. It's my problem.
Please, Bill, let me handle it. I think I can.
Okay, you handle it.
Dr. Jerry Ballard, please report to the information desk. Dr. Jerry Ballard.
Jackie.
Pepper, I'm sorry.
Hey, I didn't come here to ask for an apology. I came here to, well, because I figured you'd be kicking yourself.
Well, it was a rotten thing to say.
If anybody has a right to be angry or say anything, it's you.
Oh, I feel so guilty.
Jackie, why do you feel guilty?
Because I'm jealous of you. And I like you. I'm jealous that you're so beautiful and healthy and have so many years to live. And you're gonna be here and be with him and be alive.
I just don't know what to say.
I guess you're used to death and dying, huh? Bill used to say he got hardened to it after a while.
No. No, you never get used to losing someone you love.
He was just about to tell us where he was last Friday night. We don't quite believe he was out at the party.
All right. So I was over at my brother's for a while. So what?
Pretty heavy, man, hitting your own brother.
Who said I hit him?
Your landlady and a neighbor. We want to know why.
He was hassling me.
Why was he hassling? Now, let me guess. He knew you were pushing drugs and he was threatening to turn you in, is that it?
Oh, man.
Look, your brother crashed because you beat him up before the race. Now, it's your fault. He's dead.
Don't you have any feelings at all?
think by showing me his body, that's supposed to make me emotional. All worked up. Well, you get emotional. The other guy's got you by the throat.
So you just cut off everything and you're invulnerable. Is that how it works?
You know, folks say that he looks like me.
Get him out of here.
What'll happen to him?
We got him cold on resisting an assault with a deadly weapon. The joyriding charge has been up to grand theft auto, and the boys in Adnock have a little surprise for him. But you'll have to ask Juvenile what's going to happen to him.
Oh, he's really something. He really is.
Even this chill feels good after the hospital.
You said you wanted a picnic at the bowl.
I should have known you'd find a way to swing it. Thank you, Bill.
You're welcome. What are you thinking right now? What you got in your mind?
Oh, I was just thinking about where I've watched the sunset before. So many times. I was taking it for granted. I guess I'm gonna miss the sunsets. And good wine. And concerts. I might even find time to miss you. You're gonna miss me.
I'm gonna miss you very much, Jackie. Come bella tu sei. Come sei bellissima.
Listen, when you guys get back, I'm gonna fix you some wonderful bang pet, meat crop, and pot king.
Is that a threat or a promise?
Well, have a wonderful trip. I really mean it.
Thank you.
For everything. Have a great time.
Behave yourself.
When you get to Sorrento, drop a dime, okay?
You're kidding? I got a whole pocket full.
You'll miss your plane. Go.
Hey, baby, you really got great legs.
Okay, okay. But I don't think she's a model either.
A cop?
Hey, is my little Cheryl in a snit? It couldn't be that new girl in town, could it?
I think we can work out an arrangement for commissions.
What about the Liz agency?
Dead.
Darling, you're early.
What'll I tell him, Cynthia? The soap sponsors want someone with long red hair.
Tell him to call Rita Hayworth. But mine's too brittle from that last shampoo commercial. Great stuff, but for 8 hours, I was lathered up to my ears.
Sorry, Cynthia's gone to Paris for a few days. But how about Sheila Jones? Okay.
Sheila's blonde.
She was.
Yes?
Do I know you?
No, I'm new in town.
You sure are. Honey, welcome to our fair city, and no offense, but take a look around. Start looking like them, then come back. Sherry, Helen?
Oh, excuse me. Could you tell me, is that the Liz Adams?
That was the Liz Adams. 90 years ago, give or take.
Well, Bernie, what's your candid opinion?
What's yours, Liz?
Too fat, too much eye rouge, too blah. And I hope her face breaks out in terminal acne, the little ungrateful snitch. She thinks the John Paul Agency can do more for her than I can.
The agency can't. But John Paul can.
That's the only reason Cheryl Bell would sign with him. How else could he get any of my girls? On second thought, make that not too bad a case of acne. She'll be back, begging me to sign her again. Once John Paul finds a newer model and starts asking Cheryl to pay her commissions in cash. When she does come back, I think I'll ignore her for a few days. And then very reluctantly, I'll agree to handle her again. But only if she loses 10 pounds. Let her suffer. Let her not eat cake.
Cute.
What?
Greg Peters on line 2. He wants to talk to you to find out what's wrong.
Greg, darling, my girl tells me you're all in a dither, as well you should be. I see you're hiring models from John Paul. My cast-offs.
Liz.
Get serious. The magazine absolutely insisted that I hire Cheryl. I had no choice. I had to deal with that guy. Now, your bookers tell me I can't have any more of your girls? I'm off limits?
Greg, dearest, let's just put it this way. Until you decide to deal with me exclusively, suck eggs.
Drop dead.
The new Midge look. Well, what do you think?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, come on, it's gorgeous. Look at it, it's just perfect for you.
I don't know. I think I prefer the pepper look.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I just came in for a perm.
How do you like my new hairstyle?
It's gonna be terrific with a layer around your neck.
What? You mean Barnes finally approved my vacation?
Starting Saturday morning, you are gonna go braless and badgeless for 2 glorious weeks.
Badgeless?
Uh-oh. Andy, steel yourself.
I'm Steele. Come on.
Say hello to my partner, Sergeant William Crowley.
William?
Andrew?
For the past 2 years, you have been combing out a policewoman.
Police?
Don't worry, I can't bust you for gossip. Now, tell me what you think, from both of you. For Hawaii. I want the truth now.
For Hawaii? Let it all hang out. You're not gonna need me over there.
You don't like it, do you?
I think it might be nice on Pete.
Buzz. Don't run away.
Mr. Thompson from de Blasio Advertising is here, sir.
Yeah, well, give me a chance to catch my breath, huh? And send him in. Why don't you leave your vital statistics with my secretary? And I'll call you later. That's, Laurie?
Laurie.
Laurie. Ciao.
New?
From Seattle. Nice, huh? Mm-hmm. How'd you like an exclusive on that, Jack?
Oh, you know we can't. What would we do with Midge?
Dump her. Midge's old hat. By the way, how are the Muller shampoo sales going?
Oh, that's just it, Sean. Sales are skyrocketing. And old man Muller is convinced it's the Midge Cleary image that's doing it. He wants an exclusive with her.
So why come to me, sweetheart? She's Liz's client.
That's the problem. The Dragon Lady wants an eye and a leg to close the deal.
Okay, Jack, let's have it.
To sign an exclusive with Midge, Liz also wants to sign an exclusive with her. That means using only Liz models, none from you. None from any other agency.
And you're gonna knuckle under to that? Great.
What can we do? Muller Shampoo is our biggest account. Any old man will pull it if we don't sign Midge to an exclusive.
You keep repeating that word.
It's the word. What can we do?
Yes, Mr. Paul.
Get me Liz Adams. And I want Liz Adams personally, not one of her flunkies.
Tony, you do not seem to understand this is a business I am trying to run.
I seem to recall that I am a part of that business, Elizabeth.
Yes, a very active part. After hours.
Look, love, I enjoy the company of beautiful women. That has never been a secret.
Well, just leave my girls alone. Especially the night before a job call. Adriana came in this morning a wreck. I had to replace her at the last minute.
Look, can we continue this discussion some other time? I mean, you're busy, and I do have to be running around.
Tony, I'm warning you. Leave them alone. Yes.
John Paul on the phone.
Put him on. John, what's on your mind?
You, beautiful. And a friendly chat over lunch or dinner?
Well, I'd love to, except my calendar is all filled up.
So's mine, sweetie. That noise you just heard? That's my calendar being cleared.
Tomorrow night.
Tonight.
Tonight. My place. 8-ish. We'll have cocktails.
I'll bring along a bottle. Something light and charming.
That'll be nice. John, for our little chat, I think you ought to seriously consider the possibility of a merger between our two agencies. The money will be obscenely good, and you'll still have your crumbs to play around with. See you tonight, darling.
8 sharp. Ciao.
Ciao. Oh, I've got you hanging on the ropes, and there's nothing you can do about it. Darling. Darling, you're early.
Hey, Bill, I always wanted to kiss a guy with a pineapple in each hand.
Stay off the grass.
So what is the very first thing you're gonna do once you land?
Wring the tears out of my handkerchief, then I'm going to strip down to the briefest bikini allowed, and I'm going to bake and broil. And where is my drink? Ah, bless you.
The second thing I want you to do is to have a Mai Tai on me. A double Mai Tai.
You got it.
I'll get that.
If it's for me, tell him I'm in the shower with friends.
Yeah, hello? He's here. Just a minute. William. For you, buddy.
I wonder what she wants.
Come on now.
Thank you.
I'm not so sure about that. It's not Raquel Welch calling.
Hello. Oh, yeah, put him on waypoint.
Will you be going to the Big Island, Petra?
Yeah, I'm going to Maui and Kauai and Molokai. I've saved for this for 3 years. I'm going to shoot the works. And I'm going to sun and read and relax.
I just got a call.
Have you ever been to the island of Kamanawan?
Then, Parks, and I would suggest that you slip into something a little less comfortable, because he wants to see us right away.
Why didn't you tell him I broke my leg?
Well, then I'd have to tell him that we had to shoot you.
I know it's late, but Homicide has asked for our help.
Captain, I leave for Hawaii in the morning.
I've got a gut feeling about this case, and I want to start moving on as soon as possible. We'll get a lot of flack from the chief and the newspapers if we don't come up with a quick answer.
You mean it wasn't robbery?
No, nothing was taken. And you can forget about prints, the used gloves.
Captain, what's this gut reaction you mentioned?
Well, I think whoever killed Elizabeth Adams had to be somebody she knew. Certainly she's going to look through the viewer in the door before she opens it to make sure it's someone she recognized. And there's our problem. The people Elizabeth Adams would know are influential, well-known in many cases, even famous. So we're going to have to handle this with kid gloves. Not push, but still get the information. Now, Crowley, you'd be in charge of an open investigation, but I think it would be extremely helpful if we could get an inside track to the model world scene, or whatever you want to call it. Pepper?
Yes.
Have you bought clothes for your vacation yet?
Practically a whole new wardrobe. I even bought a new straw hat.
Good. That'll save the department a little money. You can use them when you apply for the modeling job tomorrow. Pepper, you're the best man for the job. Will you do it for me?
Yes, sir.
I'd have to guess New York, right?
No, most of my work was in the San Francisco area.
Well, this is the best portfolio I've seen in months. Great look, great legs, but, excuse me. Jean Paul Agency? Yes. Wait, let me put K on. Casey, can you grab line 3? It's Bimco deodorant. The gal you sent over has flabby elbows. Actually, we're not taking on any new girls at the moment. You know, I'm sorry to have to say that, but on the other hand, Lido Panio, strictly COD. I mean, if you're right, good. If you're not, no reimbursement for the inconvenience. You have to do that with new girls, okay?
All right.
Name?
Pepper. Piper.
Pepper Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers?
Stuck in his thumb and pulled out a plum.
Very hip. Good identification. Here, fill in the rest. Here's the photographer's name. He wants you there at 11. Sharp.
Today?
Yes.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, Pepper Piper. Pepper Piper, San Francisco. Great folio.
Among other things.
Ready?
Blast away.
Fabulous. You look gorgeous. Now lick your lips. The dress is divine. You are a major beauty. Woo! Hold it. Great. Great, sweetheart. Hold it. Perfect. Let me focus. Got it. You got it, baby. Nostalgia's in. Give them a little bit of the 50s and you got it made.
Did Liz Adams start this way?
No way, baby. In her day, a bit of stocking was thought of as shocking. Now, that's fabulous.
She's not that old.
Liz? Like Methuselah, she lived 900 years too long.
I get the feeling you didn't particularly like her.
Who did?
Why's that?
Because she was trying to be a monopoly, and nobody likes that. Now sit down for a minute and take it easy. Good old Liz is gonna have the biggest funeral this town has seen in years.
How? Nobody liked her.
That's just the point. We're all gonna show up to see if she's really dead. Then we can all rest in peace. Amen. Hey, baby, you really got great legs.
can't tell the players without a scorecard.
The one in black with the white blouse is Eleanor Pom Pom Simpson. The one in the black cape is Karen Chi-Chi Hagenson.
Sound like a couple of strippers.
Yeah, they were models when names like Candy and Choo Choo were in. They worked at the same time Liz Adams did.
Ladies, pardon me. May I speak to you just a second? Could you tell me exactly when the last time was that you three saw each other?
5 years ago, wasn't it, Karen?
Oh, at least. Closer to 6. It was at our reunion in New York, remember?
Yes. I haven't been down to see Liz since. She was always so busy.
Now, neither of you ladies continued your modeling career after your marriages. Why was that exactly? Well, we were in the business nearly 10 years. The average model only lasts about 5. I think we did our fair share of modeling, wouldn't you say, Eleanor?
Well, yes, although I am considering some offers to... Well, this is no time to discuss trivia. Karen?
Liz is waiting. And she never liked to be kept waiting.
Today, we are gathered together here to pay our final respects to a truly great individual, Elizabeth Adams, your friend and mine.
Speak for yourself, Reverend.
What can I say about such a well-known personality when everything has been said?
Not everything, but I can't say it here. Be sacrilegious.
Many of you here today were recipients of her vast generosity. To be
Actually, she was good to me, John.
as she so often put
Really,
it,
she was a real good lady.
need an honor,
Are you stoned?
as quite a few of you here know. To be an old friend, as I was fortunate to be, means my life is richer and happier for having known such a great lady who, with her heavy schedule, always found time to help us here with our charities and benefit programs. There is only one life, and that life is God's life, and it is perfect. And that life right now is Elizabeth Adams' life. She is in complete harmony with the divine spirit of God.
I felt like I couldn't breathe.
A little bit, hang on, a little bit further. Here you go. There you go.
I just can't believe this. She didn't deserve to die. And to go like that. Shot. Oh, my God.
Close your eyes and rest. Rest. That's it.
Excuse me. Can I help?
Yes, you certainly can. What's your name?
Pepper.
Pepper, I'm Tony. And yes, you can help me. I warn you, I just may go into shock if you don't join me for dinner tonight.
Seriously, Mr. Mann.
Say, Eleanor? Oh, don't take this seriously. She still calls it swooning. It's quite calculated, I assure you.
Couldn't I get her a glass of water?
Sherry, if that's still her favorite, would bring her around quicker. But I suppose you can't get any wine in here unless you go through proper channels. Hey, she's coming around. Hope you do the same. Come around, that is. You know, I've got a really fun yacht.
I've heard.
So you said no to a yacht?
It was easy.
Well, maybe you should have said yes.
Why?
Because I checked the guy out. Listen to this. Anthony Mann, 55 years of age. Loaded down with real estate money and oil money and money. Married 5 times to date. First wife, Elizabeth Adams.
Say that again?
I didn't stutter, sweetheart. Just married our victim.
Well, he certainly didn't act like a husband at a wife's funeral.
So he probably forgot he was ever married to her. You know, a guy with all those lovely little ladies, it's hard to remember anything.
He bankrolled Liz Incorporated, which probably means he still has a chunk of the action.
I'll check him out.
Yeah. Now, what about Greg Peters, your friendly neighborhood photographer? You know, I hear he hated the lady.
Yeah, well, I'm running a check on him. His alibi is he was at his mother's for a weekly dinner, but we'll see.
Okay. I think I'll work on some of the models.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
You know, as far as I'm concerned right now, the #1 suspect, motive-wise, is John Paul.
Okay, why?
According to the scuttlebutt in the industry, he and Liz Adams hated each other worse than kids hate castor oil. I think I'll try to get a line on him from his girlfriend. Did you ever get a name?
Cheryl Belle.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Sergeant Crowley. Well, you really should have called. I can't expect a girl to always be presentable.
I'm sure you always are, Miss Bell.
Well, almost always. You want some wine or something?
Oh, no, it's a little early for me, thanks.
What was it that you wanted to talk to me about?
I want to talk to you about Liz Adams. You worked for her, didn't you?
Yes. I guess you heard we had a fight when I left.
I heard something about that, yeah.
That wasn't as bad as it sounds, Sergeant. Lots of models change agencies every day.
You're John Paul's girlfriend, isn't that right?
Yes.
I'm going to ask you something straight on, Miss Bell. Do you know if John Paul had anything at all to do with the murder?
Sergeant, if you're trying to find out where John was the night Liz was killed, he was with me all night.
And Greg Peters called. Said we're sensation posing for the Lido pantyhose account.
Oh, thank you.
Actually, I can't see it myself.
Use your imagination, Mr. Paul. It's sometimes better.
Touché, sweetheart. What would you say to an exclusive contract with me, the John Paul Agency?
I've only been in town a few days.
And you want to shop around?
That's right. I'm in no terrific rush.
You won't find a better offer. And I think we can work out an arrangement for commissions.
What about the Liz agency?
Dead. At least Liz is. And without Liz, there is no agency. The John Paul Agency is now #1. How about it?
I'll let you know tomorrow. Okay?
Dinner tomorrow night?
Dinner?
I'll cook it myself. Actually, I'm an excellent cook. Have you ever had Long Island duckling with tangerines?
No, but I think I'm going to.
And why don't you come informal? Barry.
John,
Don't you ever knock?
I'd like to talk to you. Alone.
I'm leaving. Oh, what time tomorrow night, John?
10. Mallorca has spoiled me for early dining.
Isn't that the way? Goodbye.
Tomorrow night? You're having dinner with her tomorrow night?
Strictly business, baby. Can you believe anyone that looks like that, an advertising executive? Could mean a big account for us.
What's her name?
Mrs. Piper.
Mrs.?
Mrs. A very happily married Mrs. You know, the first thing she walked in and showed me a picture of her husband. Better looking than me, if you can believe.
What agency is she with?
Oh, I don't know, a new one, some kind of a French name. And you know me and French. I'll find out for you and you can check it out if you want, all right? Hey, come on, baby, it's strictly business. Strictly business.
When will the agency be opening again?
Well, tomorrow, hopefully.
What time?
You're not one of our girls?
No, but
She should be, Bernie, most definitely.
Good morning, Mr. Mann. Good to see you.
Miss Pepper Piper, right?
Right.
Well, it's an unforgettable name. Also an unforgettable face. How about lunch? On dry land. Now, you can't refuse me twice.
Well,
Good. That smile says yes. I couldn't take a frown for an answer. Not this time, anyway.
Come in, Miss Pepper, please.
Thank you.
Would you mind waiting in the reception room for just a minute while I talk over a little business with Bernie?
Of course not.
We'll use Elizabeth's office.
Sure.
Don't go away. This won't take long.
You can't.
Oh, but I can. I am. See, my agreement with Liz was quite simple. Whoever survived got the business.
Survived? Over the years, only because she promised that I would take over the business.
You're forgetting, Bernie, that she did not retire.
She died. She was murdered. Do I have to spell it out for you? All right. I will. The business belongs to me.
Sure, but you'll need help.
No, Bernie. This I want to run my way. Why, it's the dream of every red-blooded American boy to own his very own modeling agency filled with the world's most gorgeous women. That's a job that I want to handle alone. Take your time packing. We won't be reopening for several days.
She was really beautiful.
A magnificent first wife. Ready for lunch? I know this terrific new little crepe just down the street.
Sounds delicious.
I think you'll like it.
It's a great motive for murder. I might even be tempted myself.
Well, it'd be kind of tough for me with all those lovely ladies being a celibate.
What'd you have, a hamburger, Pepper?
Oh, after all those crepes, Tony made me try about 20 different kinds.
Tony?
Oh, we're getting kind of chummy with our suspects, huh, Bill?
Pete, he is not a suspect. His yacht with him aboard was on its way up from Baja at the time of the murder, and the Coast Guard has it on record.
I'll pick up her call.
No, I'll get it.
I'll get it.
Thank you.
209. You only change, man. You got 9 cents? Hey, lady.
Old guy bought a house that way, Bill.
Mind taking care of?
Oh, thanks, William.
Pepper, you saw Eleanor Simpson's and John Paul's names on Liz Adams' incoming telephone calls, right?
Yes.
Well, that means both of them must have talked to her the day she was murdered. Wonder why.
I don't know. Eleanor Simpson's call came from San Francisco. It seems they talked from time to time. I checked it out. Girl talk, probably.
How'd you check it out?
I called San Francisco, talked to the maid.
Why'd you talk to the maid? Why didn't you talk to her?
She said the lady of the house has left for her cabin near Vancouver, and she left right after the funeral. Maybe I can find out why John Paul called her that day. I'm seeing him for dinner tonight at 10.
Maybe you won't have to keep that date. I just may run interference for you.
Are you sure? I know what they say about being on duty, but...
No, thanks. I'm fine. I'm sure.
Frankly, I was surprised and a bit nervous when you called and asked to see me. Am I under any kind of suspicion?
Mr. Paul, a lot of people are under suspicion, under proven innocent. I'd just like to clear up a confusing point right now. When was the last time you talked to Liz Adams?
Obviously, Sergeant, you're not familiar with the modeling business. You see, Liz Adams and I were not exactly what you'd call on speaking terms. It's been maybe 2 or 3 years since we've talked.
I've got to assume that when you called her on the day of the murder, you didn't talk to her. Your incoming call was logged.
That was a major goof in my devious scheme to cover my tracks. That was and is the only time I've talked to her, and it was only for a moment.
What'd you talk about?
Well, it was about a mutual client. The call was on impulse. Stupid impulse.
This mutual client would have been Cheryl Bell, by any chance? We understand that she left Liz's agency to sign up with you.
Yes, as a matter of fact, it was about Cheryl.
And?
Well, Sergeant, that's a little personal. Must I go into details?
Miss Bell's already told me that she was with you the night of the murder.
And you don't believe her?
Mr. Paul, in a murder investigation, look, I mean, you take everything with a grain of salt. No, right now, I have no reason for not believing her. Or you. Thank you very much for your time.
Liz Incorporated.
Who in the hell saw that incoming calls log?
I don't know, Mr. Paul. I tore out the page the minute I came in this morning.
Someone saw it before that. Now, who was in the office?
Only Bernie and Mr. Mann that I know of. And some model, new one. Pepper Piper.
Yeah, she was here too.
Okay, I've reloaded. I've got one more roll. The wind machine's on. The bikini looks sensational. Honey, you look so gorgeous. Let me just get this. Oh, come on. You look so beautiful. Now, just hold it. Gorge. That's right. Major career for you. Sweetheart, one more angle. You are going to love this. I promise you a cover. It is so fabulous. Wait a minute. Let me just get this. That's it. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Got it. Now, why don't you get out of those things? I know you must be freezing.
Oh, you must have shot 200 today. Why don't you just use a movie camera?
Oh, hey, is my little Cheryl in a snit? What's your beef? Now, don't tell me it couldn't be that new girl in town, could it? The Lido pantyhose model, perhaps?
All right, what's our little secret? Just between us. Oh, come on, Greg. You're dying to tell me, so tell me.
Okay. Did John sign Pepper Piper? I know he was interested in her a lot.
Oh, really? Well, for your information, Mrs. Piper just happens to be an advertising executive.
Those legs I photographed? An advertising lady executive? Oh, baby, come on.
You lied to me.
A pale beige fib, there's a difference.
Is there? And what about Liz? Were you lying about that, too? John, where were you the night the police think you were with me?
I was with you, you know that. What's the matter with you?
Not when she was killed, not then, and there's nothing the matter with me.
Okay. Harper Gal is not an advertising executive. But I don't think she's a model either. She's been snooping around Liz's place. Could be a undercover type.
A cop?
That's what I'm going to find out tonight.
You mean you're keeping your dinner date? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Oh, that's just great. What's on for the evening? Duckling with passion fruit?
Cheryl, I could be saving your hide. She could be trying to get to you through me. It could have nothing to do with Liz. Now, look, come on, baby. You got to trust me. Don't do anything foolish, huh? Okay. It's okay, baby.
Crowley, yeah.
All I'm saying is that John Paul knows that a certain blonde is not an advertising executive or a model. And she's real smart. She won't go over there to see him tonight. Am I coming through clear, Crowley?
Hello? Hello? Hey, where's Pepper? Pepper.
Something's up.
Something's off. Your candlelit dinner.
What's going on?
I just got a call from his girlfriend. At least it sounded like her. She says they both know that you're not a model.
I didn't blow my cover.
You either blew it or it's a very good guess.
But I couldn't have.
Yeah, well, whatever. You just call him and tell him you got this headache.
Bill,
Yeah?
let me run with what we got. Let me do my thing.
What are you doing here?
I'm sorry, John. I really am. I'm really sorry.
About what?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
You're stoned again.
No, I'm not really.
You promised me you're off of that stuff. What stupid thing did you do this time,
Nothing.
Cheryl?
I didn't.
Tell me!
I told that Sergeant Crowley not to let that blonde come here tonight.
What else did you tell him? That I was dangerous? That I was a killer? That I was a doper like you?
I did. Ah! I'm sorry, John. I didn't mean to.
Mr. Paul? Hope this isn't a bad time for you.
No, come on in, Sergeant.
Oh, I guess it is a bad time for you.
Look, Crawley, you don't have to play cozy with me. You know that Pepper, whatever her real name, is coming in for dinner tonight.
I do? You tell me.
You want me to tell you that I killed Liz Adams? Is that what you want me to say?
Did you?
Come on.
Tell me something, Mr. Paul. You get your kicks slapping women around, things like that?
Cheryl?
Sergeant Crowley?
Miss Bell?
Did I hurt you, baby? Our cop friend apparently was listening outside the door.
Why'd you phone me, Miss Bell? You seemed pretty concerned about my partner at the time. Yeah, that's right, my partner. Her name's Sergeant Anderson. She's trying to find out who murdered Liz Adams.
Well, it wasn't John. He was with me all night. Now, I'll swear to that on a stack of Bibles. He was here with me.
You want her to swear to that on just one Bible? In court?
I was at Liz's home that night.
John!
But I didn't see her.
Why'd you go there?
The call from Liz that day? We made arrangements to meet for drinks at her place at 8. Just the two of us. Got there, the house was dark. I rang the doorbell anyway, but nobody answered. Then I came home.
And I was here. And we were together all night. I mean, the rest of the night.
I'm gonna have to ask you to come down to headquarters with me and repeat those statements.
Why?
It's all right, baby. It's gonna be all right.
Might as well wait for Sergeant Anderson. What time's she due?
Well, she said she'd be delayed, but she should have been here by now.
What does that mean?
She phoned earlier and said she'd be half an hour or so late.
Did she tell you why?
It was about the newspaper item. You know, the gossip column in the Daily Herald.
No, I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
It was about spotting Pom Pom. That's Eleanor Simpson. Walking down Wildwood Avenue alone. Dark glasses, her collar up. Like Garbo taking one of her strolls.
Is Eleanor Simpson still in town?
One of my friends saw her at her hotel yesterday.
What hotel?
Chateau Dinard.
Who is it?
Pepper Anderson.
Who?
I'm a friend of Tony Mann's. I'd like to talk to you. May I come in?
Yes.
Thank you.
You were in the chapel.
Yes.
One of Liz's girls.
I was in the chapel, but I'm a policewoman.
What is it that I can do for you?
I'd like to ask you a few questions that might help us with our investigation.
Of course. Would you like a drink?
Oh, no. Why are you here, Miss Simpson?
I don't understand the question.
Well, I called you, and your housekeeper said that you'd left for Canada.
Oh, yes. That's exactly what I told her to say.
Why is that?
Because I don't want to be bothered by anyone. You see, I've been feeling rather ill since the services for Liz, and I just want to be by myself. No traveling, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm feeling a little better now.
So now you'll be leaving?
Yes. There's a midnight flight to San Francisco. I'll be on it.
There was a notation in Liz Adams' office for her to call you on the day she was murdered. Did she?
Yes.
Did she give any indication that she felt threatened by anyone, by anything?
No. She was, she sounded like Liz. She was perfectly happy, content, confident. Liz. I'm really sorry. I mean, I just don't think I can be very much help.
Are you all right?
No, that's all right. I'm still really not feeling all that well. I have a terrible headache. One of those awful migraines. Pills, my pills. I know I packed them, but where? Oh, yes. What did you say your name was?
Sergeant Anderson.
Well, Sergeant, I assume that you carry one of these in your purse. So I would suggest that you put it down. Put it down!
Why did you fly down here and kill her with that after you talked on the phone? What did she say?
She asked me how her favorite closet drunk was doing with the booze. She was always very direct, Liz was. And I said I'd been cutting down. And she said, well, that's wonderful, darling. But I hear you want to go back to work again, and I have just the thing for you. It shoots here tomorrow, she said, so why don't you come on down tonight? And I said, anything for you, Liz. And then I asked her about the job. It was a wrinkle cream ad. Before and after. All you have to do is show yourself twice. Once, like it is, darling. And then we'll airbrush the hell out of you. She was telling me that I was old. She wanted to humiliate me in front of the whole world by showing that I was old. And old means ugly. And I am not.
You are still very beautiful, but you're not well. You've been drinking.
You just sit right back down. Don't you move.
If you don't give me your gun, I can't get you any help.
Where? In prison? The sanitarium? Oh, no, I can just hear them all in places like that. Screaming. Look at her. Look at her. She's old. Ugly and old.
You're not. No, you're not. Look. Look in that mirror. Look at yourself. Look inside. You are beautiful. Look. Look at yourself. Look inside yourself. You're a beautiful woman. She was wrong. You see? You are beautiful. You are. We have to go now.
Pepper, we're gonna be in serious trouble if you don't step on it.
We'll make it. We'll make it.
You ready?
Just about.
Huh? What's the matter?
I'm tired. It took me 4 hours to make out that report last night. I'm gonna need Hawaii after her. Hey, why don't you spring me for an extra week? You can do it.
Only if I can join you for the last 2.
I'm booked for a single room, and I'll be flitting from island to island.
Well, maybe I'll come over and flit with you.
Who would water my plants?
I'll get a long hose. Come on. We'll talk about it on the way to the airport.
Oh, yeah, we better go. Oh.
You want me to get there?
No.
You sure?
Okay. Yeah, hello? Oh, no, she left for the airport about 2 hours ago. This is the housekeeper. She said something about never coming back, but I think she was joking. Who? Yeah? Captain Parks? Yeah? Oh, yeah, the same to you.